But let's start, shall we, with Manchester United. They're into the last 16 of the Champions League with Michael Carrick in charge. Cristiano Ronaldo and Jaden Sancho scored in a 2-0 win at Villarreal.
It's not an important result for me personally, it's an important result for the club. It's an important result for the players. From the run we've gone on of late, you know, to get that feeling of winning a football match for the players is huge. And a big one at that. It's been obviously an emotional few days, and the first person I spoke to when it kind of all happened was, and Ed asked me to do this role, was Ole, to almost see what he thought about it, because I felt that was the right thing to do. So I had a responsibility. I have a responsibility to be here, to managing the team, and I take great pride in that.
Well, Ronaldo's goal took him to 799 career goals for club and country. It was his 6th in the Champions League this season. He's the first player ever to score for an English team in their opening 5 Champions League games in a season.
It's what he does, you know, it's what he does. It's in the big games, in the big moments, when you need a goal and you need that little bit of something, and he's there to deliver, and he's got such a kind of cold, calculated mentality that he's so calm when he gets that, and he doesn't snatch at the chances, and that's what he's been gifted with.
Well, Carrick also praised Jaden Sancho, whose stoppage time goal was his first since joining Manchester United in the summer, in his 15th appearance.
The goal for everyone is the obvious one, I think, and for Jadon himself, it'll give him a massive boost. It was a big goal for him, and but I thought his performance overall, I know how much Jadon likes the ball at his feet, and he wants to. That's where he's happiest. You see the smile on his face when he's got the ball at his feet and he's trying to make things happen. But actually, the most pleasing thing for me is the effort and the application that he put on off the ball.
Well, now attention turns back to their search for a new manager, both long-term and possible interim appointment. Number 1 choice Mauricio Pochettino is in Manchester with Paris Saint-Germain ahead of tonight's game against Manchester City. He said he's happy at PSG and wouldn't be drawn on the rumours linking him with United.
This type of thing cannot distract. Rumors are there, and we need to live with that. I say to you all, my contract is 2023. You know, it's this season and one season more, and then I am really happy in Paris Saint-Germain. That is a fact.
You're aware of the Manchester United interest. Would that just be too big an opportunity to let pass for you?
No, I think, Paul, we cannot talk about that, because I think it's my respect to my club, to Paris Saint-Germain, my respect to another club. What another club are doing in that moment is not my business.
Well, coming up on the Football Show, we will talk about, obviously, the potential managers linked with Manchester United. First, though, let's say a very good morning to Nigel De Jong, who joins us live right now. Good morning to you. Lovely to see you.
Good morning, Rob.
Let's talk about Manchester United and their performance last night, in the game last night. After the last few weeks and everything that's happened there, how crucial was that win for them, and of course what went with it, subsequent Champions League progression?
Well, first of all, of course, you know, after the chaos at Manchester United, having to have sacked Solskjaer, I think it was a great bounce back from the team. I think it was very important for Carrick, as a start of an interim manager, that he could get the win, because overall in the squad you get a massive respect for that. And second of all, yeah, of course, progressing to the next stage in the Champions League is also important for the morale of the players. I mean, they want to play at the biggest podium, also as a club. And it's very important, maybe in January, when things get moving, that you can track different players also to boost in your and strengthen your squad. So I think overall it was a good night for Man United. Of course, they're not there yet. Also seen at the game yesterday from a tactical point of view. But I mean, 3 points are 3 points, and a win is a win, and they could surely use that going into this weekend against Chelsea.
Yeah, let's talk of the tactical side of it then. What did you make of the team he selected? Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw slightly different, maybe not included from the start. Anthony Martial and Donny van der Beek in. So what did that say to you?
Well, that Carrick is not afraid to make big decisions. We all know that Fernandes was out. I think that was the main position that everybody was looking at. Fernandes out for Van der Beek, and he's not afraid of it. I think also, it comes with it that he had to make a change, and he had to show the fans as well of United that changes had to be made in the squad in order from the team selection. Because that's also, you get the credibility of the fans in order to go forward as an interim manager and to get the support from the fans. So those changes were set. I think, nevertheless, it was a poor performance for first 45 minutes, first 60 minutes, until the changes were made for Rashford and Fernandes to come back in. I was never really a fan of Martial, so he showed me that yesterday as well. Didn't do a lot for the team. I wouldn't pick him. But Van der Beek, yes, I was very pleased to see Van der Beek, as a fellow countryman, to have a start after a great performance against Watford over the weekend. But you can still see with him, he's still missing game rhythm. He's still missing that continuity to understand how it is to play 90 minutes. It was only his first start in what was it? I think it was since September. Regular start, so you see the struggle that it in. But it's a good point for Carrick that he can show him that he can trust him and that he can pick him over Fernandes on that position.
Can he kick on from here then? Is this the base camp from which he can now develop this United career?
Well, we've seen what happened with Solskjaer being an interim manager. So I understand for Carrick point of view. That he likes to stay as a manager, but we don't know what's going on with Carrick. For Van der Beek, in that sense, let's hope he can kickstart his career as a United player. At least he got the confidence from the interim manager. But there can be also different in the next week if United appoint a different manager on the position of Carrick. So Van der Beek is very important that he got game rhythm. He play as many games as possible in the following weeks in order to get that game rhythm and to really get that kickstart at United. But what we all know, if you get substituted after 45 or 60 minutes and somebody else comes in on your position and does well and you get the win over it, it's not going to be an easy task again to start the following week. And so I hope for him that he will start, but it doesn't look promising for him because I think Fernandes will start over him against Chelsea.
Yeah, because it was that change, wasn't it? I think it was about 66 minutes. He came off, didn't he, as well as Martial, and it was Rashford and Fernandes, Bruno Fernandes, who came on. How much did that change the game, and how much does actually Carrick get credit for doing that in-game?
Well, I think Carrick didn't have a choice at that stage because the way how the game was progressing, I think Villarreal was by far the better team. So there was no choice for him to make those changes. And of course, he had to make them. He could see immediately the impact that these two players had of the dynamic of the squad going forward, being more creative in the final third, and you could tell that by the result at the end of it because there were a massive factor in the two goals. So. You have to give credit in a sense that he could see and pinpoint the situation that United was in and had to make those decisions. And you could also tell by the players that come in how big of an impact they are, how different, how important they were. I think it is a good thing for United and for the players as well to show that nobody is secure of their place and everybody can get subbed. There's a new start. It's a new interim manager at this stage. And everybody has to show themselves, and it gave Rashford and Fernandes also a good look of what they have to do to improve and to stay secure in the position.
Yeah, it was that man Ronaldo who got that crucial opener, wasn't it? A few people have questioned whether his arrival, perhaps through Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans, out the window. But his goal-scoring statistics are phenomenal, aren't they? When he produces moments, match-winning moments like that. Do you just simply have to find a place for him?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about Ronaldo in his involvement and role in this squad, but you can't take anything away from him when it comes down to his hunger for the goal and his hunger to have success. and he does it every time again. I mean, you might not see him for 60 minutes, but then he will pop up, and then he will be there and score a goal. And that's what he did. You know, he's been so influential for United in this Champions League stage, and we all know how important he finds the Champions League, breaking record after record. And yesterday as well, being the main guy to score that first goal for United and follow them into a lead and also to a win eventually. So Ronaldo is still an asset. He's going to be the main asset. He's the number one guy for them up front, as long as Cavani is not back fit, and Rashford is not going to play as a striker. So he's still very important for this squad.
And then we got Jaden Sancho. A bit of a quiet start from him, but he certainly came to life. He impressed. He scored his first Manchester United goal. Okay, how does he kick on from here then?
Oh, it was very important for him to kick on and have a great start after a wobbly start at United and scoring a goal. It's always doing good for the confidence of a player. You know, first of all, he has to overcome the fact that he's not playing on a regular basis and he's not playing week in, week out. And when you get the chance, you have to show them yourself. He knows the amount of pressure that's on his shoulders to perform, and that comes also with the transfer fee that Manchester took him from Dortmund. And yesterday you could see, you know, I've been following him week in, week out now at United, and every time he plays or he comes in on the pitch, you see that he's trying. You know, he's grafting, he's asking the ball, he wants to make his actions, and he wants to make a big impact on the game. And finally, it happened for him yesterday. So hopefully for him, after the goal from yesterday, you know, we'll give a good start in the upcoming follower games, and he could be a regular starter because he didn't come for the bench. I think United didn't come for the bench, and also with the system that they're playing now, instead of a 3-5-2, he's played yesterday also in 4-3-3, what is very important for him with wingers. So hopefully he can develop himself more.
Yeah, but before we get too carried away, maybe full of optimism, which football fans like to be, don't they? Do we have to put this into some context? This was a team 12th in La Liga at the moment and are struggling. It is Chelsea on Super Sunday this weekend. How much more difficult a test will that be? And how does Michael Carrick then approach that game?
Oh, that will be a massive test. I think that, you know, the game from yesterday was a warming up for the game that is coming now over the weekend. Chelsea is a completely different team. We seen them yesterday destroying Juventus in the Champions League, and they are by far one of the strongest teams in the world. So he has to really prepare his team for this game. And I said what I said before. I think Villarreal was a warm up going into this game. I don't want to take anything away from the performance. Villarreal was for 60 minutes the better team. But yeah, this is going to be a different game. So the only thing that I can take out of this is that the confidence was there and necessary in order to go against Chelsea. So this win yesterday was more than only a win. Was a win with a lot of intentional, going forward for the game against Chelsea. So in that fact, he knows what he's seen. I think he will pick the players accordingly to the system of Chelsea, and who is informed at that particular day. That goes also what you see through the week. So it's going to be interesting for me how he's going to line up his team against Chelsea this weekend.